Cats. So cats are capable of doing a lot of things, such as meowing, eating, and sleeping. And they can even walk. But you may have wondered for your entire life, can a cat run a meth empire or commit tax evasion? So I'm going to try to answer 7 questions similar to these to see if cats are capable of committing certain crimes. And the crimes I'm going to go through, they tend to get more and more evil as it goes. Also, I'm not entirely sure if cats can get arrested for some of these crimes, but I'll say for the sake of this video that the definition of a cat committing a crime like arson will be the same as a human doing it. Anyways, I'm just gonna get right into it. Theft is a hard one. Cats do not really have a sense of ownership and they are more territorial if anything. But what I came up with is that if a human is in legal ownership of something like a wallet, and then they drop it on the sidewalk, then the cat just picks it up with their mouth and walks off of it. And the cat is technically stealing something. Although there might have to be something like catnip in the wallet in order to actually motivate the cat to pick it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that yes, cats can commit theft, I think. Grand Theft Auto is basically theft, but instead of it being of an item, it's now of a car. And you know, there's one huge issue with this. Cats can't really drive cars, and they cannot possibly find a way to start one unless I come up with some insane mental gymnastics, so I'm just gonna say no to this one. Trespassing is whenever someone goes into a clearly marked off area where you probably aren't supposed to be. And I feel like cats can absolutely do this, as most of these areas are meant to keep out humans and don't really think about cats. So it would probably be pretty easy for a cat to find itself in one of these areas. So I'm going to go ahead and say that yes, cats probably are capable of trespassing. So tax evasion is obviously when someone fails to pay taxes on quite literally anything. But an easier example for this would be property taxes. And for that, since the cat is not really capable of buying a house, let's just say that for the sake of this part, a person put a house in a cat's name, to where the cat owns the house and is responsible for paying the taxes on it. But the problem with that is the cat does not really know how to use a phone or a computer to do their taxes online. So they will probably have to do it on paper. And I actually did a test to see if my cat can at least sign her name on a piece of paper. Cats can commit tax evasion. So arson is whenever someone purposely sets a building or another piece of property on fire. It could be a house, or it could be a car, or it could be someone's life-size Freddy Fazbear animatronic suit. And arson can also be carried out in several different ways. But clearly a cat is not capable of brewing an entire Molotov cocktail. But they can knock over something or spill something that is actually flammable, like a barrel of gasoline, but that gasoline does have to land on something that will make it catch fire quickly. But the thing is that the cat did not mean to set anything on fire in that situation, which technically would not make it arson because the cat had no intent to actually cause any harm. So since I can't really think of another realistic way of a cat even coming close to committing arson, I'm gonna go ahead and say that cats are not really capable of committing arson. This one is by far the easiest to mark off. You know how I said before that cats cannot make Molotov cocktails? Well, clearly if cats cannot make Molotov cocktails, then they cannot make illegal drugs. So yeah, I'm gonna say no to this one for sure without explaining it any further. Murder is also difficult for cats too, because cats are obviously not capable of picking up a weapon such as a knife and then going out and killing someone. So that really leaves that option completely out of the question. But a way a cat can possibly commit murder is if a cat has like a disease such as rabies. and then they like knowingly bite someone, then it might be considered murder, because if a cat is biting someone, and it is probably like with at least some intent to cause some harm, but also the cat is probably not aware that it having rabies makes its biting more dangerous. So I feel like it's quite a bit of a stretch to call it murder, because the cat was probably not really aware that its biting could kill someone. So I'm giving this crime a maybe, but it's really up to you. Anyways, this is the last crime I'm gonna do for this video. If people end up liking this enough, I'll probably make a part 2, or I'll do this of a different animal. But either way, that's it for this video.